Hi everyone, happy Sunday. Let me get a little something on my lips here. Happy Sunday, everyone. So today I want to start off by giving you guys an update on the industry, and then I want to talk about where we left off at for the last video. Hold on, my cat just pushed my door open. Let me close the door. You need to get out, buddy. Go ahead and get out. Nothing. Okay. So, as y'all can see, I got on my shirt today. I'm open on Sundays, so had a mobile appointment, and I had a in-office appointment that was a no-show, and then I had an online that was a no-show as well. So, what can you do, right? Hi, Anita. Thank you for joining me this evening. So, for those of you who are new to the channel or not familiar with who I am, my name is Berjoh, also known as Elise. I am the owner of Elise Notary Services and the founder and president of the Notary Education Group, which is the channel that you are watching. Every Sunday, for the most part, I come live here to share business and notary related topics, tips, answer your questions in real time. All right. Hi, Michael. Good evening. So, like I said, I want to give you guys an update on some information that I was privy to because of being a part of one of the notary groups. So, it has become apparent that a lot of title companies are starting to jump on board with preferring to work with signing services versus notaries directly. And the reason being is because we have too many notaries getting into the industry and committing fraud. Okay? Notaries, they are seeing how um, easy it can be, you know, to commit, crime against these customers when it comes to gaining access to their real estate. And the title companies and escrow officers, they're kind of weary now of working with independent notaries, and they're really trying to. It's not that they don't want to pay us, obviously. It's because they want to minimize their liability. So if they don't have to go through the process of vetting the notary, and this doesn't go for all of them. You have some companies who have been working with notaries directly, with a notary or a couple of notaries directly for some time. And so obviously they're going to keep working with them. They already know that they're trustworthy. They've been working with them, they vetted them. But for us, well, I don't say us because I do already have some direct. For those of you who may be new to the game and you are trying to get direct business, don't feel bad if they tell you that they are working with a signing service. Your next course of action wouldn't be to say, okay, and walk out the door. Get the name of the signing service, reach out to the signing service, let them know that you went to the office to introduce yourself and that they told you that they work with your company and that you would like to be one of the notaries to be preferred for the office. Okay, that's how you can do it, guys. Never be afraid to reach out to these companies directly because the signing services are also having a difficult time finding good notaries to work with them. Okay, let me stop. Hi, Stephanie, and hi, Michael. So, that is the update I wanted to give you guys. How do you feel about that? What do you think? We've been seeing, since there's some of you have been a notary before me. I got started in 2020, but since then, I have been seeing stories about notaries committing real estate fraud. And it's pretty scary, that notaries are getting into this, and instead of trying to make money the legitimate way, okay, just by getting called on performing notary duties, they're opting to commit fraud and try to get more money the wrong way. All right. And so the thing is, once they find out you've done this, your notary career is over. You're never going to be able to become a notary again. And I just kind of think it's a waste. It's really, I mean, you can make so much more money the legal way. Stephanie says she has seen too many there in Central Florida where she is. Yeah, it's terrible. It really is. So don't feel bad. Don't feel discouraged. That just means that we need to ask questions. Ask who the signing services they're working for so you can get a hold of them. It's also a shame that you have some signing services that are difficult to work with. No, don't forget that we're not working for them, we're working with them, okay, to complete a task. Okay, so I don't, if you're an independent contractor, you work for yourself. All right, so right then and there, we want to make sure that we get that out of our head. We don't work for the signing services, we work with them. We're helping them to get the job done, keep their client, and make some money in all together. So reach out to them, email them. Remember, I was telling you guys that I had some downtime. And in the midst of me having downtime, what I usually do is I will contact my clients, um, the businesses and the signing services, and let them know, hey, I have some openings today. Just wanted to let you know. And that way I'll be on their radar when they do get calls for notary services. Okay. So it's not the end of the world. Yes, you can counter if the fee that they offer you is not a fee that you agree with, and always give them a good reason. Don't just tell them, well, the reason I want more money is because other notaries make more money. And that's not a good reason. Okay. Give them a good reason. I had a signing service call me and I had to turn them down. They wanted me to do a seller signing for 75 and bring a witness. And they said that they would give me an extra 25 to be a witness. And so, in my experience, seller signings, I typically do those for 100. And because the location of the signing was a little ways from me, that made sense. Okay. I'm like, if it was around where I live and I didn't have to go too far, I would have actually did it. I was like, oh, wait, why not? I'm not going too far. Seller signings is 30 pages or less. So I'm not printing a lot of paperwork. And for this particular company, I don't have to print two sets. There are a lot of companies now where they're not making you print out two sets of documents because they are going to provide copies electronically. So that's always a plus. The less of my resources I got to use, the better for me. But they wanted me to drive to the city that's next door to me, and I'm not that close to it, so I would have to drive at least a good 25, 30 minutes. And then, I had to provide a witness, which means my witness is going to have to drive because my witness lives near me. So I was like, I would do it for 125. They told me if they would call back, if that was acceptable. They did not call back, but I did see that they still hadn't got anyone for that signing. So hopefully they were, and when they needed, they moved the appointment date. And when it came back through, I wasn't available to do it. So I was like, when y'all called me before I was available, all you had to do was just give me the extra 25 if you didn't want to. So whatever. But that's just how it's going to happen. You're going to get some, you're not going to get some, but it's not going to be the end of the world because I turned down that one and I ended up getting two for more than what that one was going to be. So it was a win-win for me anyway. But that's just how it rolls. Sometimes I'll get something and come through, I'll take it for as is. Sometimes I get something and I'm like, I'm not really happy with that price. And I'm not going to say I'm not happy with it because, well, other notaries, I don't care what other notaries take orders for. I care about my own pockets. I watch my own bank account and I, I accept and decline um, work based on that only. So, based on the distance and all of the other things I needed to do, $100 wasn't going to work for me. Yeah. So let's see here. Anita says, oh, wow, that's understandable, especially for title companies. There's been a lot of fraud going on here in St. Louis with the recent storm of the property plague. See? It's and yeah, when I saw it, I was like, I can't even be mad at it because they don't. They have so much going on. Why do they just don't want to take out the extra time to vet notaries? That's what it is. Because if they decide to work with you and they don't do their due diligence and making sure that you're legitimate and you're trustworthy, then that liability falls on them. And then their company that they work for may be looking at them like, well, why do you even vet the notary? So if they go with the signing service at least does do their due diligence. They use some of the platforms that make notaries require certain things. Even with me bringing back my notary directory, I had to consider that. I'm not going to just let anybody put themselves on my notary directory. You have to provide certain details in order for me to put you on there. So when you do sign up for my notary directory, it's called Notary Networks, I am requiring you to follow the steps in the email confirmation that you get. As soon as you add yourself to the directory, it will add you, but it will add you in a not verified status, which is going to be red. So if anybody comes on my directory and they're looking for notaries, they will automatically see a red not verified. Now, if they decide to work with you and they know that you are not verified, that's on them. That's not on me because I'm not marking anybody in verified status until I verify the information that you will provide to me via the email that you get after submitting your details. And the reason why I'm doing that is because I told you guys, I think I told you on my last video, our blogs are now being picked up by a title, trying to see how you word it, a title blog forum, I think is what it's called. She reached out to me, said that she liked some of my blogs. She wanted to know if she could share them on her blog forum. I told her yes, and she has been sharing them. So what that means to you is that there are title companies and escrow officers and loan officers, mortgage originators, loan originators that are getting access to my website because they're clicking on the blog in her forum, takes them to the website. And if they go to the website, obviously they're going to do some, exploring. And when they explore that I have a notary directory and they see that we have verified and vetted notaries, they may give you a call if you are in their area. It's way more reliable than them going to Google. Not to say that they won't go to Google. I've had two signing services reach out to me on my website that found me on Google, and I was able to take care of their customer, one online, one in person. So, not to say that they won't go to Google, but if they can go to a directory of verified and vetted notaries, it will be more or less stressful for them in deciding to work with you. And the directory is free. So, all you got to do is list yourself, but you must respond to that email that you get. Because if you don't respond to that email and give me the information I need to verify that you are legitimate, you're not going to be marked as verified on my directory. And if you don't respond within a certain period of time, I'm going to delete the profile period. So we definitely have to do our due diligence in that. Stephanie says your price is your price. Exactly. Michael said correct. And congratulations. Thank you, Michael. The directory, it has been a thing since 2023. And I keep making it active and making it inactive, making it active, making it inactive. But I think this time, because of the way that I'm doing it, I won't have to make it inactive again. I'm going about it the right way. I'm getting the right traffic to the website for you guys to be able to get called on. And so before I was paying for ads and doing all of that stuff, and then I didn't want to charge you guys, and then I did start charging you $1 a month, and I'm just like, I just don't want to do all that. I just want to just have a place for people to be able to find trustworthy notaries, and I want to be able to help you all out. And somewhere hopefully in the near future, I'm going to start using my own directory once I start building up relationships and helping title companies find notaries too. So I will be kind of like a signing service as well, but I'll be using notary networks to give them trusted notaries to work with. All right, so somewhere in the future, if you see Notary Networks come through in your text, and I say that I need you in this state at this time and date, you'll know that that's me. All right, but that's further out. Okay, I got to get the directory full first. All right, so I wanted to piggyback off of last live. So, and I don't know if everybody is on here from last live. So I had uploaded a word search, okay, and I shared the screen. And I wanted you guys to tell me the first word that you see. And for some of you, you did see it, and I gave you a goal. So I wanted to know if anybody would like to share the word that they had and the goal, and let me know if you are still in the planning phase or did you plan to execute. So please let me know in the comments here. For those of you who did not get a chance to participate, I will go ahead and share my screen so that you can see the word search, and then you can find your word, and I will share your goal. So let's see. Okay, here it is. Let's see if I can make it bigger. There we go. Now it's kind of too big, isn't it? Let me see. Make it a little smaller. All right, that's big enough. Okay. So this is the Notary Business Word Search. And what you will do is you pick, not pick, you tell me the word that you see, the first word that you see. And I will tell you what your goal is based off of that word. And then you will plan and execute this action. Okay? And the reason I'm doing this is because I really want to get you guys used to goal setting. Okay? So many times I hear notaries, they just are lost. They don't really know what to do, when to do it. And I try to tell people you got to set goals for yourself. But the problem is, they're like, I want to set a goal, but I don't know what to set. Like, I don't know what goal I need to set to even do it. So, in doing this, I can give you a goal. So, this is kind of me like holding your hand, giving you what you need, telling you what to do. And the only thing you have to do is do it. Okay. Also, in the notary groups, you have a lot of frustrated, I'll say, notary mentors and coaches because we go through the lengths of trying to help you out, and you have too many people who they just really don't want to do anything. They're like, I just want you to tell me exactly what to do so I can get money. I don't want to do all of that stuff you're telling me to do. I don't want to do the goals. I don't want to do the marketing. I don't want to go to the networking events. I just want you to tell me what I need to do to make the money so I can make the money right now. And then they block you. It's like, because that's not how the notary business works, okay? You do have to do the marketing. You do have to network. Whether you're going to do it online or in person, you have to network. What is networking? Getting in touch and connecting with people. Okay, people are who we service, who we work with, who we work for. So you're not going to get the business if you're not trying to connect with people. Okay, that means that you have to take an action, you have to work towards it. So, setting goals, it helps you because goals are trackable. Okay, you can track these things and you can see where you are with it. So if you're in the planning phase, I want to help you get to the execution part because that is the only way you're going to see any type of success. And hold on just a second. Stephanie said you have to put in the work to make the money. It is not given to you. Yeah, and it's just not going to fall in your lap. I mean, you have to do something, whether it's marketing, networking, um, optimizing your website or your Google page that you have. You have to do something because, and everybody thinks it's so funny when I say this, but when you become a notary and you get listed on the state site, there is not an email blast, there is not a postcard mail that goes out telling everybody you're a notary. That's not how that works. When you become a notary, you have to tell everybody you're a notary. And then when people ask you, what does a notary do? You have to tell them. We can't expect for the public to know what a notary does unless they have worked with a notary before. And most people will tell you they don't know what notaries do. They never had to use a notary. They were given a document and they were told to meet with a notary to get it signed and sign in front of a notary. And that's all they really know about that. So it is our job and our role to educate the public and let the public know that you are a notary and what you do and how you do it. Okay? How can they get in touch with you? When can they get in touch with you? What are your hours? Do you do mobile? Do you come to people's home, work, jail, hospital? Can you do weddings? What are some other ones I get? Can you translate documents? I need an apostle. Can you do that? And you got to be able to answer those questions. So you have to. There is no easy way to get money as a notary, guys. It's just not. You have to be willing to put in the work. So when we tell you guys to do stuff and we tell you that we've done it, this is how we're getting the business, you need to do it. And I will tell you that there have been several different things that I've done, several different strategies I followed, different things that people have told me. Some has worked and some has not. But I did it all. I at least tried it because you won't know if it works if you don't try it. I hope that's making sense to somebody. All right, so here is the word search. Did anybody find one word that they want to share in the chat so that I can tell you what your goal will be? And then, has anyone planned or executed the goals that I gave you the last time that we met? Okay, Stephanie has email. Stephanie, did you have email the last time or is this new for you? Okay, you had email last time. And Michael, did you have follow-up last time or you have follow-up now? All right, Stephanie, so what was your goal for email last time? Let me see if I can find it on my own too. Your email, what do we have? Seriously, that's not it? Oh. Okay, Michael said this is his word for now. All right, Michael, so for follow-up, here is your goal. Reconnect with 3 past clients, leads, or vendors to offer services or check in. You want let me highlight it? And then Stephanie said hers was email. So this is the new one. Send a follow-up or check-in email campaign to your list or recent contacts. I was trying to find what the email was for last time. Okay, Michael, you got that one? All right, cool. So then on the next one, we will see if you executed that goal or was it still in the planning phase, Michael? And then Stephanie, so if yours was email a few people, did you get a chance to do it? All right, perfect. So Stephanie already sent out 2 email campaigns this past week. So she planned and she executed her goal. Way to go, Stephanie. Did you want to choose a new goal for this week? Okay, Michael said he's in the planning phase. Perfect. Perfect. So then we should be in execution then by the time next week comes in. Okay, so Stephanie got follow up too. All right, perfect. So follow up, Stephanie. Reconnect with 3 past clients, leads, or vendors to offer services or check in. All right, Mike, cool. Anybody else want to take a go? Pick your word. Let's see what your goal is going to be. I wish that I could, I was trying to find the Word document that I did so I can copy and paste it in the chat. Why am I not finding it? I literally just did it. Oh, excuse me. Literally just did it. Exactly. Yes. Stephanie says, challenge yourself, guys. So I had another question. Have you guys seen any new signing services and have you worked with them? And if you have, please share it in the comments because I've been seeing some new ones come about. And also, although I am a part of the Deadbeat Notary group, I just get so tired of having to search it every time I see a new one. Anita says, newbie here, so I guess I'm in a learning phase. I should have my stamp tomorrow. Okay, Anita, good. Congratulations. But you can still have a goal. Okay. I try to tell people when you first apply to become a notary, don't wait till you get your stamp to start setting goals for yourself. Okay. You may not be ready to take customers, but you are absolutely ready to start setting some realistic goals for yourself so that you can be ready by the time you do get all your tools. Stephanie says, I have seen a few new ones. I have been still skeptical. Yeah, that's how I feel too. Stephanie says, congratulations, Anita. That's how I've been feeling too, because I'm like, I don't want to go through the trouble of doing all the work and not be compensated for it, you know? Because I will tell you, I have had to stop working with 2 signing services because of that. Because of me having to chase down my money. I don't want to chase down my money. I don't. If I provide a service, I expect to be compensated for that service. And I'm okay with you having the terms that you have. You know, you have some where they have a 14-day, they have a 30-day, they have a 37-day, they have a 45-day, a 60-day. You know, I'm cool with that. But if I do so much work, that adds up. And if I'm not getting paid, I'm going to be frustrated. And that's not fun being a frustrated person, you know, trying to perform, you know, duties for different services and not get compensated. It's so frustrating. And then you try to be nice about it. You try to send them emails and you try to say, hey guys, you're past due on this invoice. And then they send you an email back saying, well, we pay in 37 days. Okay, but I'm using a bookkeeping software. So for those of you who are not, you would have a different way of counting. But my bookkeeping software, it counts for me. So if it says you're late, then you're late paying me. And it sends out the reminder email like it's supposed to. All right, so Anita says her goal is records. Okay, so record. And so record a short educational or promotional video to share on your platform. That is perfect for you, Anita. That is the perfect goal for you because you're in the beginning. So what I encourage you to do is either share an educational video or you can share an introduction. You want to introduce yourself to everybody. Tell everyone who you are, um, how you got here, and what you do, and how they can reach you. That is perfect for you. Okay? So that's your goal. Record a short educational or promotional video to share on your platform. And platform means, your social media channels or um, maybe you can, well, you may not have a contact list yet, but yeah, on social media. Everybody got social media for the most part. You can share a video there, or if you have your Google, you can share a video there. But absolutely make the video, Anita. At least plan the video. Okay. So you may not execute it. That's fine. But I do want you to do it. Do the video. And I'll tell you the perfect app to use. I use this app to record a video this week, actually, this past week. And it was okay. It's one of those apps where you type in what you want to say, right? And then it's like a teleprompt thing. It scrolls up your screen on your phone. So you're looking at your camera and reading off your phone screen. It's called Berjoh AI. Is that it? Let me see. Yeah, I think that's what it was that I used. I'm so behind the scenes. This is really going to stretch me. Well, Anita, you got to get out there. You got to let people know who you are and what you do. That's the first step. Okay? That is the first step. And here's the app. I'm going to share with you. Berjoh AI. It was called something else before, but when I clicked on it, it changed the name to something else. So, like I said, even if you don't post it, Anita, I want you to record it. I want you to record it, and I want to know if you recorded it next Sunday, okay? So please come back next Sunday. Let me know if you recorded it. If you don't post it, it's fine. I understand, but at least record it. Yes, yes, girl, you got to get out your own way. You are the only thing standing in the way of you being successful in this industry, okay? So I shared that app with you. Look it up. It's you gotta pay for it, but I didn't pay for it. I just went and did it free. And it was pretty cool. I did a talking something. What did I do? I did teleprompter. I don't know if you can see this on my screen here. No, it's probably hard to see. But I saw it on Instagram and I downloaded it and it works. It works. I think that you gotta do it several times though to make sure you got that tone right because I didn't like how I sound when I was talking. I sound like I was reading from something. And I wanted to sound more natural. But that was a test video. It was my first video. So I will plan on doing another one and then I'll make sure that my tone is better and more conversational. So that doesn't sound like I'm reading from the script. Okay, perfect. Anita's gonna look into it. All right, guys. Well, that was all I had for tonight. It was really tough for me to even figure out something I want to talk about because I was like, I don't have anything to talk about. I just came back from vacation and I'm kind of getting out of vacation mode. I had a really busy week this past week, thankfully. I didn't plan well to go on vacation. And my mom had told me, she said, you want to take more business than you usually take before you go on vacation because you're going to be off. And so I had sent out an email blast to all my direct clients and some of the people that I use for witnessing to let them know I was going to be gone. And if they needed me, they can click the link to book me when I return, or if they wanted to book me before I leave, they could do that. And it was a really good feeling to be gone and to see my email notifications pop up, appointment booked for when I got back. So I was like, that's what's up. So I did have work coming back, but I turned down a lot of work before I went because I was just doing stuff, and I won't do that again. I have another vacation coming up, and I'm going to plan accordingly. I'm going to take everything. I'm probably going to end up having to take some work that I probably wouldn't take just because I need to make sure that I don't have a gap, when I get back. But we'll see. We'll see. I'm going to plan better this time. Did anybody have any questions for me before I let you go? I'm going to go eat me some spaghetti. I made some spaghetti tonight. And for those parents who kids are finally out of school, congratulations to us completing another school year. Woo! I'm looking forward to sleeping in because I would have to wake up earlier to make sure that my kids get off. You know what I'm saying? So with them being out of school, that means I can sleep in 2 hours. I'm going to get 2 more hours of sleep for the next 3 months. Yes, yes. Oh, I'm so happy. Michael, I had a wonderful vacation. We had fun. We went to New York to see a Broadway show that my daughter wanted to see. And it was cold and rainy, but I still had a good time because it felt good to unplug. Being in the hotel room with you, your husband, and kids, I'm like, we have so much to talk about. It was like, it just felt good to unplug. And we just talked and had a good time. The only thing I didn't like was that we were on the 48th floor of the hotel. When I tell y'all that elevator going up make your ears like, it was crazy. But we had a good time despite. All I had to do was buy me a little hat. I bought me a beanie to cover my ears because my ears were getting really cold walking. Because for those of you who know, you're going to do a lot of walking in New York. And other than that, we had such a good time. We're going back. We're absolutely going back. I really loved it. Really, really enjoyed it. Thank you. All right, guys. I'm going to go. I will talk to you guys again next Sunday. And I'm going to piggyback off of today because I want to just make sure that those goals that you guys agreed to, that you either at least planned them and executed them or planned them or executed them. All right. All right, guys. Have a wonderful night, and I will see you guys again next Sunday. Bye.